亲爱的朋友们、伙伴们，大家好！非常高兴通过视频的方式和朋友们见面。首先感谢你们对 GWM 品牌的热情投入。
长城一直在秉承诚信第一的原则，以用户为核心，为全球所有的市场提供出行的解决方案。
GWM 的使命就是为大家带来全场景、全动力、全球化的卓越产品。
把我们的产品输送到国外去啊，首先我们考虑的要保证产品的质量，和服务体系，要守护用户的安全，要为我们全球的用户啊提供买着放心、用着踏心，给他带来更多价值的产品。汽车呢，现在已经出口每年500多万台，我相信啊，中国一定是一个汽车强国，它一定会带着中国的产业、中国的生态链，甚至一些中国的文化走向这个海外。
在这里，我还想和大家分享一个好消息，我们将把全球最领先的 Hi4 混动4驱技术带到澳洲。
Hi4 用了这个功率分流技术，把这个能量进行划分。我们通过这样一个分流，把我们那个能量储存起来，随时调用给这个车辆使用。4驱有什么好处？我们同样的动力，总功率一样，我们要变成4驱，我们的0到100的加速提高了1.3秒。我们这个轮胎的寿命提高了1.7倍，而且呢，传统4驱它是费油的。我们因为省轮胎，我们这轮胎就不打滑，不打滑就是效率就高了。这样的话呢，我们这4驱是节油的4驱。
再次感谢大家的信任。
GWM, go with more.
Good morning, everyone, live here in the room, and to all of those streaming in via our platforms. On behalf of the entire GWM team, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to GWM Tech Day 2025. I think that deserves a round of applause, yes. Now, today we begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet, and I pay my respects to elders past and present. We extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples joining us today. My name is Luke Heismans and I'll be your host for Tech Day 2025. Over the past few years, I've had the privilege of working closely with the GWM brand, from hosting our monthly live streams to creating product videos and sharing in the excitement of the vehicles we've brought to market. And I can tell you from what I've seen behind the scenes, the product we're about to share with you all today and what's still to come, it is something truly special. Now, we've just heard from Jack, and his opening words have really set the tone for what is going to be a significant and exciting day for the GWM family here in Australia and New Zealand. Now, today is not just about vehicles. It's about innovation, technology, and a bold vision for the automotive future in this region. Before we dive into all of that, I have just a few quick housekeeping notes. The official hashtag for today is GWM Tech Day 2025. Please take as many photos and videos for your socials or media pages, and be sure to use that hashtag so we can find and also share all that amazing content as well. Toilets are located to my right, to your left of the venue, as well as outside just behind and around the corner of the welcome tunnel you entered in. Now, in the unlikely event of an emergency, exits are clearly marked by the illuminated exit signs above the doors. Please follow the directions of the venue staff. Smoking is only permitted outside, back through the main entrance of the venue. And lastly, there is a lot to get through today. So we'll be running tightly to schedule. So I thank you in advance for your attention and participation. Our first session of the day is where we'll be diving into GWM's brand, history, and origin. It's a chance to reflect on the strong foundations of the company and how that legacy continues to drive our growth across Australia and New Zealand. To open this session, it is my great privilege to welcome our first speaker. Please put your hands together for GWM's International Vice President, James Yang.
Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to you, media friends, partners, and valued customers. I'm James Yang, and I oversee GWM Global Right-Hand Driver Market. It's a real pleasure to be here with you in Australia today for GWM Tech Day. As we explore our new direction and future plans for Australia, New Zealand region, let me take a moment to emphasize a key point. Australia holds an irreplaceable role at the heart of GWM Global Right-Hand Driver strategy. Why do I say that? First, Australia is the foundation of our sales success and treatment to trust we have built with our customers. From January to September 2025, GWM delivered 42,156 vehicles across Australia, New Zealand market, nearly half of our total right-hand driver sales. We have been committed to this market for 17 years, with over 200,000 vehicles delivered, making us the longest established Chinese auto brand in the region. This steady growth and customer trust not only reflects the strength of our brand, but also give us strong confidence in advancing our global right drive strategy. Second, Australia is a proving ground for our technology and product strength. As a high-valued and metro market, Australia, with its unique geography and lifestyle, naturally favors SUVs and UT. This made it a perfect place for us to refine and test our product. Technologies and customer insights proven here or directly shipping our right-hand drive lineup worldwide, enabling customers in their market to benefit from innovation that's being validated right here in Australia. Third, Australia is a critical battleground where we sharpen our global competitiveness. As the fifth largest right-hand drive market globally, with 1.2 million vehicles sold annually and over 60 auto brands competing hand-to-hand, Australia is one of the most fiercely competitive environments in the industry, and referred to as a red ocean market, mean intensely saturated with strong players all competing for the same space. This kind of competition drives us to continuously pushing boundaries, not just in product quality, but also in brand image and customer engagement. That's why we see Australia not just a key market, but also as a launching pad for reaching other premium brand markets like Europe and North America. To fully unlock the potential of our Australia standard in product development, we have established a dedicated right-hand driver market organization focused on achieving collaborative growth and regional synergy. Supporting this is our talent factory, the largest production base for our right-hand driver region and currently producing the local aura. It plays a vital role in consolidating regional resource and extending our reaching across neighboring markets. We will also continue to strategically plan our right-hand driver market products and facilities knowledge sharing on local training improvement to achieve genuine collaborative growth across the region. Under the guidance of NVES policy in Australia and the CCS in New Zealand, we recognize the need to accelerate our new energy vehicle efforts in ANZ. Shortly, you will hear from our GWM International CEO, our CTO, R&D experts, and international colleagues. They will share you global strategy, technical innovation, a deep dive into our Hi4 technology, and an unlock on our future NEV lineup. Today, with the launch of Hi4 technology, we are also kicking off a comprehensive brand refresh in Australia and New Zealand. We want more ANZ customers to experience GWM cutting-edge technology and world-class service. We look forward to creating even more exciting milestones here in Australia and New Zealand and across the right-hand driver market. Thank you to our GWM team, and thank you Australia and New Zealand. Thank you.
Thank you, James. There are some exciting times ahead indeed, and it's great that you could be with us here today, so thank you very much. Now, to continue our open session, it is my pleasure to introduce another special international guest, Parker Shee, Vice President of the GWM Group and Head of GWM International. Please help me in welcoming Parker to the stage.
Good day, mate. Just to say hello to us and New Zealand through the first sentence I learned from Australia 10 years back. I shared the stories that yesterday. I said that, that when I take taxi in Australia, Sydney, say the taxi driver said, I good day, mate. I said, what? I said, good day, mate. I said, what please? Before I came to Australia, I'm traveling a lot of countries. I'm confident with my English, but when they're talking about good day, mate, I said, what that? I said, please speak slowly. I said, good day, mate. Oh my gosh! So that's why it's a lot of different different language. The American people also talking buddy. The South African people talking different. So I would like to say that thank you very much. After 8 years, I'm back to Australia again. Thank you. You finish the photo? Or video, I will take my jacket off because this really limited my freedom. Thank you very much. Because every speech when I talk to my customers, my top partners, my friend, I'm talking also we also a lot because I have a lot of things share with you. So I don't want to say guide you, but I believe that we have to make agreement to moving forward. We have to use our hand for strategy planning and thinking, to see where we are going. Sorry for agency, they are talking a lot, with the PPT. I will just follow the PPT, but I will demonstrate something through my mind, share with you guys, because it's very important to deliver some thought from my side, through that kind of guiding together, guide the party. So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everyone. I'm the Parker, Parker is our pronunciation, we give my first CEO, Tim Smith. It's a great pleasure to be here today. This is the more than the technology showcase. It feels like a hot-filled reunion with our old friend in Australia and New Zealand. 17 years ago. So I think you may know, we started business with the Ateco, this is a distributor business model. We sell a lot of the pickup, ute. Now after 10 years back, 10 years before, after 2015, 2016, we take over the business. We took over the business from Ateco. We started around the subsidiaries operation, and we started our own journey. Sorry for that. And at that time, we say the GWM become the first Chinese brand to enter the Australian market. I was proud to be part of the, leading the teams to help to open this chapter. At that time, it's really, really hard and struggling because, a lot of Chinese people come to Melbourne. We're living in the hotels, which yesterday I've been there, and yesterday also I've been Mount Waverly, my first office there. If you're my old friend, you must know my first office, location. And also I'm being the Park Avenue. We started living there in 2.5 years. I'm just trying to recall a lot of things, a lot of people, and the members make me feel more comfortable to say, okay, this is where we start. We start with just the two utility vehicles, H8 and H2. And today our vehicles can be seen across the city and towns, which would not have been possible without the support each and every one of you in these rooms. Not the journalists, not only the dealers and the journalists also. I still remember, the car magazine, I'm not so sure my friend there, I'm just delivered the first H8 to him, let the guys doing the test reviews, They gave the feedback with me, So that's, we start to engage with the us journalists, medias. So that's why we have to appreciate what they have done for GWM. At that time we called the Hi4. At that time the Hi4 Australians. Whatever, it's really long stories. On behalf of the GWM, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the media, to the customers and to the dealers. Thank you for walking this path with us, and thank you to being a part of the GWM family. If talking about the GWM global story, so we have to understand, this year's is our GWM 35 anniversary, anniversary years. GWM has hold of the fast to one clear ambition, so to become the world-class automotive brand. We look for that missions to be one of the global players. Although we start in China, everybody understand, this is the GWM, this is the Great Wall Motors. If you're talking about the Great Wall, and China has a Great Wall, right? So that we have never limited ourselves to stay within China. And guided by our strategic triangle of the Chinese manufacturing plus the global R&D and localized operations, we have established 13 R&D centers and 13 manufacturing bases around the world, injecting the innovation into every market that we serve. In August, I just went to the Brazil. We have the manufacturing over there. We acquired the Daimler factories in São Paulo. Then after 1.5 years, we make the modifications. We prepared everything. So, we invite the president of Brazil, Lula, attend this grand opening ceremonies. With my boss, Mr. Mu, together, for this local manufacturing operations. You can see that we are investing outside China. We believe, just like our chairman said, we cannot only export product, CPU, to the overseas market. We have to invest. Of course, Australia is different, and New Zealand is different. Then they have the, your country very well. I don't want to speak too much, but I believe we are investing in marketing too much. We try to invest them through some other ways, to meet customers' demand. As one of the earliest overseas market, Australia, yes. We're talking about we start. I'm the one who started South Africa, which is the very first right-hand drive market back to the 2008. Before 2008, we have nothing. We know nothing about the right-hand drive market. But in 2008, we started the South Africa business, and then we see that, oh my God, it's good business. We have to invest for the right-hand drive market. Then after 2 years, we come back. We come to the. We offer the Cedar Bucky, Cedar Ute. At that time, I still remember the crash testing of the Cedar pickup, for 5-star NCAP. So one of the most demanding the right-hand driving markets, Australia has witnessed our transformation from the distributor business model and then the full owner local subsidiaries. We have a lot of the local employees now. It's also where we have shown our long-term commitment to maintain the local grounded operations. Today, when I see more and more GWM vehicles cruising the street and seen in Melbourne. Yeah, last night, I've been there a lot this week. I saw the Jordan there and tank there. I'm proud of it. And receiving a lot of the photos from the customers, because the Facebook, whatever. They shared a lot of things, lifestyle, with the tank. And also the pickup there, Bucky there. You call Ute. Australian people, South African people call Bucky. So it's too much worthy. And I'm reminding to our dream to bring the GWM to the world is coming to the life through your ongoing support and trust in our brand. I think it's very important for us to trust somebody else. It's not easy, take time, but it's value. It's the worth to do that. To date, GWM has served more than 50 million users worldwide, including China, of course, and including over 2 million in overseas market. In the Australian market in particular have been the key pillars of our global strategy. And with the 2 consecutive years of the over 20% growth, year-on-year growth, Australia is now one of our strongest international market. And importantly, over the 17 years since our first arrival, we have never left making us a longest operating and the most committed Chinese auto brand in Australia. We know the competition always there. Back to 10 years, my local employee talking about the Parker. Kia is very strong. It's the sponsorship of the Aus Open, right? And Honda is, never mentioned about the Mazda. At that time, Mazda is still very, it stops. Don't mention about the Toyota, 20%. 20% of market shares. 10 years, still 20%. In COVID-19, probably it's the drop. We take some chance, They don't have the supply, So that's why we take the chance to supply a lot of the hybrid. Then yesterday I talked to the dealers, that what's the GWM image for the customers. The sales manager in the GWM, one of the GWM showrooms, he said the customers are probably talking about hybrid. I think this is a very nice for us. Hybrid means technology. Hybrid means, the people can remember us. SUV, hybrid, ute. That's good. That's good things, So in Australia, we understand the customers are not just looking for a car. They're looking for not only for car, they're looking for the reliable life partner. They're looking for the value. This is a very rational market. The customers, they're born from the car. They born, they have the car. They know the culture. They know the industry very well. They know that how to spend money. I think the dealers and also media, all working in this industry for many, many years. I don't even talk about that. So that's the one we have adopted the all scenario. All scenario, all powertrains, and globalize the operations, globalize the strategies. That's the offering the diverse lineup from the Rock Tank 500, and the huge to family favorite like that. Of course, H6 and the Jordan and the urban EV Aura. Of course, we have. If we don't have, we cannot offer. If we don't have technology, we don't have the too many product, we cannot offering. We cannot talking about all scenario, all powertrain, and all users. We cannot. So that's why this is our strength. This is our, how to say, we say, it's our strength and it's our confidence, to moving overseas. We're offering the range of the cars, the petrol, diesel, hybrid, the BEV. The hybrid, of course, the PHEV and the HEV both. PHEV talking the 100 kilometers and the 200 kilometers by e-drive. Battery from small and big. Even hydrogen powertrains, designed to meet designed to meet the needs of the off-road adventure, daily commute, and the family gateway. We are especially proud that every GWM vehicle tested in Australia has received the 5 NCAP star, 5-star NCAP safety rating. The safety, anyway, is and always will be our unwavering promise to our Australian customers. It's the value. We're talking about the value. It's the value. Everybody talking about safety. But the safety doesn't mean that you talk from the mouth. You're talking from the mouth. You have to see. You have to touch and feel. So that's why I'm always talk to James and Charles. We build unbelievable safety crash laboratory. Millions of dollars. We like to invite you to come to see. We like to invite you to come to see. This is a world-class standard. I think later Nico, our CTO, will share a lot about our investment in technology and the safety. So that is unbelievable. The automotive industry is undergoing to once a century's transformation. You know, we are in the transformation. If we're talking the revolution, yes, we are in the revolution. Revolution sometimes very sensitive, the word for politicals, but you know, definitely the time is changing. You know, the industrial policies from the government is changing, and the consumers is changing. You know, 10 years is different. At the GWM, we believe that the technology should not be cold or distant, and it should be intuitive and empowering. That's the one we have launched our Hi4 intelligence hybrid four-wheel drive platform and delivering the all-terrain driving solutions. We have also made Australia one of the first global market to experience this technology, bringing the benefit for innovation that directly on the local drivers. You know, that's kind of just like our chairman said. You know, that Australia is a big territories. You know, the different road conditions. The consumers, the customers are very rational. They don't invest buying something by emotional. They have their own knowledge to judge how to spend money wisely. You know, we have also conducted extensive local training for Australia. The road conditions involved the local engineering. You know, Rob there yesterday. You know, they took me to some of the very exciting driving. You know, so this is they said, oh, Parker, you know, I'm working here in my life. I know every stone of the proving ground. I say, Robert, you may know that every fabric of the kangaroo in this proving ground. Maybe morning time you say, hey, kangaroo. So that's why you see the people very dedicated. Rob is the topest in Australia. So that's why we are like to have that people to join us. So that's why we involve the local engineering, so collecting the real-world driving data, ensuring that our tech truly understand the needs of the Australians, New Zealand's drivers, and serve them better. You know, this is the value. Behind all this effort is our consistent belief that go with more. Go with more technology, go with more passion, go with more possibility, go with more adventure, go with more safety. You can go with more things. You know, more things. We like to, our users, our consumers, with what they want, they can go with more of that. You know, we're not just building the vehicles, we are building the lifestyle of the forward, you know, the motion and the upwards explorations, together with you. Australia holds the special significance for GWM. It's our testing ground for high-end technology and our in capture of the global talent, and more importantly, a home we have built together with our users. We have never left because we have come to see this land as our second hometown. As of September of this year, so we have sold 39,343 vehicles in Australia, making the 23.5% year-on-year growth. And with the market share, it's 4.3%. We now ranked, you know, the 7th overall and the number 1 among all Chinese brands. You know, but we are aware that compared with the established players like Toyota or Hyundai, there are still rooms to grow, especially in the brand awareness and the service, the trust. This is the most important. I talk a lot about my two these opinions, my thought. You know, for GWM, we never compromise two things. One is the quality of the product, another is the service. You know, quality of the product and make our customers, when they buy something, they have great experience. They like to buy. Sometimes they take a risk to buy, right? Why buy GWM? Don't buy the Toyota? Why don't buy the Cherry? Why don't buy this? You know, they say, oh, my neighbor told me it's good. My friend told me that good. So, but this deal, when they put the money on the table, before they make the deal, they still have a lot of warnings, in the mind. So that's why they believe the quality of the product. They believe the people who recommended this product, this brand. So, but we've finished the deal. With deal done, the service become. Service to make sure the people come back for trading, for word of the mouth, positive, not the negative. Right? So we cannot compromise. We will never compromise quality product and the service. So please, I'm going to invest in a lot of the marketing for branding, but we have to invest a lot of the service. We know it's challengeable, but we have no choice. We have any choice. There's a lot of the areas where we are continuously investing. Every event, every activities, we taking in Australia is driven by one core principle: make customers feel care and the dedication of the GWM. We invite the top Australian engineer, Rob, just like that, the personally turn our chassis not just because of the reputation, but because we want every GWM vehicle to feel that way. We conduct the one that they follow the beer of the car and the off-road challenge, not for show. But because we believe, we really want to understand if GWM car can truly deliver the expected performance that to Australia demanding, cherished, and the real world driving the conditions. If they fit into your need or lifestyle. So that's why we are keeping investing for that, for brand awareness, model awareness, technology awareness. That's why we have that. We have this such kind of the technology, good GWM Tech Days. Suppose it should happen 1.5 months ago, but because some good kick there. So later on I will show you some good kick there to show you what the technology look like. So we postpone. We try to make the best things for everybody here, and to comprehensively protect, our consumers' rights. GWM is proud to offer the industrial leading the 7 years warranty across all models in Australia and New Zealand. As we know that true trust comes from the exceeding the expectation in service and after service support. At the same time, we are actively building the spare part supply network, featuring our one central warehouse plus the multiple regional warehouse, aiming to deliver the 19% of the part within 24 hours, significantly improving the repair response the times and the supply efficiency. Here's the update on our progress. The November 2025, the Western Australia, the regional part central to go live. 2026, a new South Wellington Parts Central will be fully operational. And the January of the 2026, the 30,000 square meters in the Global Parts Central in Shanghai will be launched. Since October 2024, our GWM training centers has successfully trained over the 170 after-sales technicians, significantly improving our dealers' capabilities to fixing right in the first time. Reducing the repeat repair, boosting the customer's satisfaction. To further evaluate our technical standards and advance the skills of our dealers network, we are rolling out the 16 courses, the Master Technicians program, and planning to invest $3 million by 2026 to expand the training centers. And this comprehensive parts support system and the technician training program, combined with our continuously expanding the dealership network, ensure that every GWM consumers enjoy the worry-free ownership experience every day. In terms of the GWM community, we are proud to share that the GWM now has the community that over the 200,000 consumers in Australia and New Zealand. And this number represents the more than just the figures. It's the standard for the 200,000 bond of the trust. To honor this trust, we are committed to localizing our users' engagement. Communities like the Tank Club are becoming the vital connectors, not only for sharing the driving the tips, but also for the building the friendship and share the memories. Through our digital platform and regular the offline the event, we are cultivating the sense of the belongings, and not just the branding, but also family of the growth together. Program like the George loyalty the bonus on our direct way to thinking our loyal customers. It's a loyal customers program have to be done. All the effort to share one goal to transform the relationship from you and me to we, involving the GWM from the product into the way of life. To us, GWM is more than automotive brand. It's a trust partners for life. Looking ahead, the GWM will continue to introduce the new energy vehicles to bring our Hi4 technology and the intelligence models to Australia and New Zealand. We are dedicating the growing alongside of this line, offering our consumers a more efficient and sustainable mobility solutions. 70 years of the mature trust and growth that have lent the solid foundation, and the GWM every steps in Australia and New Zealand is made possible by your trust and support. In the years ahead, we will continually build our foundation here, adopt local needs and delivering to our promise because of us, we're family. That Australia will always be in the home. We're home worth giving our all for everybody here. Now it's my great honor to welcome Miss Wu. Before I do that, we have to understand, we have to build something together. Open your mouth. Deliver your suggestion. I'm listening. My strategy to next year's not a very challengeable. Number, yes, important. Position, oh yes, important. Yeah, rank number 6, number 2, number 5. It's very important. Branding is the most important for next year's. Service is very important. This is Australia. This is New Zealand. Back to 10 years ago, it's 1 million to 1.1 million. Now still, So, ladies and gentlemen, my family members, I would like to please stick with us, find a way, deliver our value together to our consumers. There's a long journey we should go together. Let's welcome Nico Wu, our global CTO, to share R&D capabilities. Thank you very much. Talking too much. Sorry, talking too much.
And thanks for joining us today. Well, the moment I saw Park Shi took his coat off, I know that he was determined to give you a great and maybe longer speech. Well, I will not going to take my coat off. I will try my best to give my technology introduction as great as it is and quick. Okay, I'm Nico Wu from Great Wall Motor, Great GWM. And it's fantastic to be here in Australia. I've got to say, Australia is stunning. The beaches, the outback, even the coffee culture. When people in China think of Australia, a few images come to mind. Kangaroos, the Sydney Opera House, sun-soaked beaches, and endless sunshine. It's a bit like how Australians might picture China. Pandas, Kung Fu, and dumplings. But having explored this incredible country and connected with its people, we've discovered so much more. Australia boasts not only a world-class coffee culture that rivals any global cities, but also a car culture that is truly unique. Aussies don't just drive cars, they live and breathe them. From knowing the torque curves of a V8 like engineers, to mastering the art of driving on everything from coastal highways to rugged outback tracks, Australians are versatile, passionate drivers. Whether it's a 4WD trickling in the Simpson Desert or a ute loaded for a weekend adventure, you lot know your cars inside and out. GWM has been part of this land for 17 years now. From day one, we have stood by one promise: in Australia, for Australia. That means cars made for the Aussie way of life. Whether it's crossing the Nullarbor or just pulling up at Bunnings on a Saturday. Today, I'd love to share with you what we've been working on, our global R&D, our technology roadmap, and most importantly, what it means for drivers in Australia and New Zealand. At GWM, innovation isn't just a buzzword, it's our DNA. With 35 years of tech experience under our belt, we've built a global network of talent, R&D centers, and validation systems. But don't just take my word for it. Let's check out this video.
GWM has world-class capabilities when it comes to performance development and validation. We combine virtual simulation with physical testing and calibration to fast-track high-quality, high-efficiency product development. We've brought in nearly 100 professional simulation tools across every domain: virtual calibration, crash testing, acoustic simulation, you name it. Across the board, we've got 1,682 sets of advanced testing equipment and over 2,000 types of test capabilities. When it comes to environmental adaptability, our environmental wind tunnel and high-altitude labs can replicate the world's harshest climates and elevations. And in our aeroacoustic wind tunnel, we test full vehicle drag and wind noise. In safety, we built the largest independent crash lab in all of Asia. No cutting corners here. From real-world crash tests to simulation and occupant protection, we test it all from every angle. Our full vehicle NVH lab, complete with four-wheel drive semi-anechoic chambers, gives us pinpoint control over noise, vibration, and harshness. On the intelligent tech side, our interactive experience lab uses VR and HMI simulation to recreate real-world driving scenes before we even hit the road. We also built a full-function proving ground with 11 areas and over 100 typical road surfaces, from driving dynamic area to rough road tracks to uphill tracks. But we don't stop at the proving ground. GWM runs real-world validation testing in multiple countries to ensure our future products are ready for the global stage. Our goal for future is simple: keep raising the bar in R&D and become the gold standard for Chinese brands going global.
Okay, as you can see, none of this happens by magic. It's backed by serious cash and an army of brilliant minds. Imagine, more than 25,000 engineers all around the globe working together. That's a lot of brain power and a lot of coffee. And right now, our R&D center in Germany, India, and beyond let us adapt to local needs and bring cars to market that truly fit the region. Last year alone, we spent over $2.1 billion on R&D. That is 3 years running above their mark. No holding back on talent or technology, ever. As a global company, one of our strengths is testing cars worldwide. We cover loss, temperature, altitude, road conditions, fuel, and driving habits, leaving no stone unturned. Extreme tests, we've run cars 3 months at 50 degrees Celsius in the Middle East deserts, unpaved roads, the works. Then Siberia at minus 40 degrees Celsius, where your teeth chatter just thinking about it. Also, our cars stay stable, reliable, and tough wherever you drive. Those extreme tests aren't just one-offs. They are a mandatory rite of passage for every GWM vehicle, every year. Of course, log over 10 million kilometers in 187 road conditions, so you can trust they will get you there. Whether there is just down the street or halfway across the country. We don't stop at testing. We've invested $1 billion in top-notch tech centers with 1,682 testing equipment and over 2,000 testing capabilities spanning safety, emission, NVH, and durability. We also built 6 test tracks covering more than 100 road taps, plus cold weather tracks for extreme testing. When it comes to safety, we pulled up to all the stops. Asia's largest independent safety lab, $110 million investment, 39,000 square meter, 1,500 crash tests per year, plus a global safety system for healthy, privacy, and high-voltage safety. We've earned international recognition and awards, proving that GWM safety is world-class. We are not just shipping cars over. We are making sure they fit the way Aussie actually live, whether that is a school run, a wet track, or a long haul across the land. To get it right, we've been running local testing in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Perth, you name it. Highways, gravel, mountain tracks, even the kinds of slippery roads that make you wish you'd better to stay at home. And we are not doing it alone. We hand the key to Aussie drivers, get their street feedback, and then fine-tune the suspension, the steering, the ADAS, so the car feels right at home. And we've also brought in Rob Tribbiani, a tuning legend, to lead the charge. His H1 philosophy is simple. Cars and drivers should feel like mates, feel like one. Or, as Rob likes to say, the car should know the road like local. He's helping us making cars that feel at home here, not just visiting here. And here is the exciting part. Starting from November 2025, this year, you will see GWM vehicles tuned specifically for Australia. Hope you enjoy the drive, and we'd love to hear what you think. Honest opinion only, no sugarcoating. Of course, none of those matters if we don't nail safety. GWM model here, including Aura, July, the full H6 range, H7, Tank 300, Tank 500, and the entire Canon series, have passed the toughest ANCAP test and earned a 5-star safety rating. Crash safety, pedestrian protection, driver assistance, you name it. That's peace of mind for every Aussie family, from city streets to the outback. So, that is our story of local validation in Australia, for Australia. Next up, let's zoom out and talk about tech. GWM's global powertrain roadmap. Let's watch this video.
All models, all powertrains, all terrains, GWM is driving the future of mobility with Chinese roots and global grit. Equipped with intelligent 4WD, the H9 powers through rough terrain like a champ. Confidence, built in. Obstacles, bring M on. The Tank 300 features our new Gen 2.4T diesel engine. Big power, low fuel burn. It's the new benchmark for efficient muscle. Designed for urban SUVs, it delivers the fuel savings of 2WD with the performance and safety of 4WD. Built for general off-roading and everyday fun. Quick off the line, long on range, and easy on gas. It's made for users who want it all. Economy, brawn, and adventure. This one's a beast. For serious off-roaders, it's got full mechanical 4WD, triple diff locks, and 100% torque to any wheel, even if just one's touching the ground. At GWM, we build machines for exciting off-road adventures and break boundaries with you.
Okay. Now, we all know that Australia is a big country, it's a huge country. 1 minute you are cruising the freeway, next minute you are dodging kangaroos in the outback or towing the boat down to the coast. That is why at GWM, we don't believe in one-size-fits-all. We've gone all in on full powertrains: petrol, diesel, hybrid, plug-in hybrid, pure electric, or even hydrogen. In fact, GWM is one of the very few car makers with such a full set of powertrain. Think of it as having every tool in the shed. You pick the right one for the job. As you just saw in the video, hybrids are one of our star players. The Hi4 family hybrid, intelligent 4WD, is designed for different lifestyles. Hi4 for city SUVs, Hi4Z for weekend warriors, and Hi4T for serious off-roaders. Together, they cover everything from school runs to sand dunes. Here in Australia, we dug deep into local rules and real-world driving. The Hi4 and Hi4T platforms tick all the boxes: power, efficiency, drive, feel, towing, you name it. Whether you are commuting in the city, escaping to the bush, or tackling rugged tracks, those cars handle it all. We've checked out how Aussies get around and charge up, and here is the deal. We are bringing Hi4 HEV and plug-in HEV here, giving you EV smooth rides without charging stress, all the fun. All the fun, none of the fuss. So, for those of you who don't fancy hunting for a charging point, the Hi4 HEV is your buddy. Strong performance, great fuel efficiency, and NEDC fuel consumption down to 5.4 liters per 100 kilometers. Basically, you can hit the road and feel free, no compromises needed. And now, for the Aussies with solar panel on the roof, the Hi4 PHEV is a dream. Fast off the lane, around 4 seconds to feel alive, and still sipping fuel like it's on a diet. Seriously, it's the best of both worlds. For hardcore off-road fans, meet Hi4T. It's got a 2-liter turbo or 3-liter turbo engine, a 9-speed hybrid transmission, central drive shaft, and 3 locking shafts. Any wheel can grab 100% torque when needed, and all 4 wheels sync up, so no getting stuck in the mud. Plus, a 37.1 kilowatt-hour battery gives you an over 100 kilometers EV range, perfect for city runs with 0 fuel burnt. Our chief engineer of hybrid system, Richard Zhu, will dive into the Hi4 tech systems, so I will spare you the details for now. I don't want to steal his thunder. And next, Australia is gentle climate. It's perfect for EVs. Well, I say it's gentle climate because it's compared to the harsh Siberia winters, to the scorching Middle East summers is some kind of gentle. And we've got serious tech under the hood. Our eDrive batteries and control systems are all developed in-house in our GWM subsidiaries. And Aura EVs have over 30% of components made by GWM itself, which means faster, smarter responses to Aussie drivers' needs. And Aussies love them. It's a stylish, roomy 400 kilometers range and plenty of pep. Trust me, those cars are a hit, and we will keep making them even better. We know Aussies love their diesel, and we've been perfecting it since 2002, 24 years of know-how. Our 2.4 turbo diesel engine is whisper quiet, thanks to 7 major noise reduction measures and over 200 NVH tweaks. And the thermal efficiency is 42.3%, and the emissions stay low, so you get performance and responsibilities. Our diesel lineup, 2-liter turbo, 2.4 turbo, and a 3-liter turbo, coming soon. And here is the kicker. Our 3-turbo diesel tank and pickup model will make their global debut right here in Australia by mid next year. And mark your calendars. You won't want to miss this. And all right, let's talk intelligent tech. In 2024, we launched the 3rd-gen intelligent cabin, Coffee OS 3, bringing the 5 Eyes experience to life. Stylish, simple, simulating, soothing, and smart. Let's roll a quick video so you can see it in action.
When it comes to intelligent tech, our intelligent cockpit system, Coffee OS 3, is designed to deliver a personalized experience for everyone in the car, not just the driver. With Coffee Vision, we're delivering a screen experience that rivals your living room TV and a 29-inch Coffee HUD. Then there's Coffee AI Sound, our own creation. It's not just audio, it's a whole vibe. And it's all wrapped in a smooth, ultra-responsive interface with flexible multi-desktop layouts that work for your lifestyle. And we're leading the game with infrared micro-gesture recognition. No need to touch the screen. Just wave and control. With smart interactions and zoning, everyone gets their own perfect vibe. Chill, play, recharge, whatever you're into. And with Coffee GPT on board, our voice assistant's no longer just a helper. It's a true AI companion that grows smarter.
Now, we are not about cookie-cutter tech here. We know Australia is different, and that is a good thing. real innovation isn't just about being smart. It's about fitting in with the way people actually live and drive. That's why we built a special overseas edition of Coffee OS 3, designed with Aussie roads, habits, and lifestyle in mind. Tech that doesn't just adapt, it feels right at home here. Looking ahead, Coffee OS will keep rolling out across more GWM models here in Australia and New Zealand, becoming a key part of our One GWM global strategy. But for us, smart tech isn't about cramming in gadgets just for the sake of it. It's about reliability with a human touch tech that feels warm, not cold. Every feature we bring is designed from the Aussie and Kiwi's driver's point of view, turning intelligence into something genuinely useful and easy to live with. In the field of intelligent driving, all GWM models sold here in Australia are equipped with L2-level intelligent driving systems. For the busy scenarios of highway, they provide functions such as automatic following, lane keeping, and intelligent collision avoidance, reducing the fatigue of long-distance driving and providing a solid safety guarantee for the whole family travel. 35 years of tech experiences has taught us to put users first. Our goal is smarter, greener cars that meet local needs, from the school run to the outback track. We encourage you to take a GWM for a spin, give us your feedback, and don't hold back. Aussies are straight shooters, and we love that. Beyond the business, we see a deeper connection between China and Australia. Just as Australia is more than kangaroos and sunshine, China is more than pandas and dumplings. And it's the Great Wall, a symbol of resilience and ambition. It's Great Wall Motor, GWM, bringing cutting-edge technology to the world. And most importantly, it's the bridge of friendship we are building together through shared passion for innovation, for adventure, and the open road. Let's explore the future together. Go with more. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Now, we've spoken about GWM's technology and the vision behind it. But now it's time to see that technology in action, how it translates from innovation on a screen to real-world performance and capability in our vehicles. And who better to begin our session about technology than Richard Ju, GWM Chief Engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Richard to the stage.
Thank you. Dear investors, media, partners, and staff, good morning. I'm Richard Zhu, Chief Engineer of Grid Hybrid System in Great Wall Motor. It's a great pleasure to be here with all of you in Melbourne. Australia's got some seriously diverse driving conditions, from highways and outback roads to mountain ranges such as Bell O'Clock Hill, Salmon Desert, and the slowly sloping of Alpine National Park. That diversity is that drives so many Aussies off-road enthusiasts to chase that sense of freedom and adventure. At GWM, we see safety as the absolute foundation of off-road driving. Different terrains call for different vehicle capabilities, and getting that match right for the environment is key. To back that up, GWM has developed a systematic off-road grinding standard, one that let users enjoy off-road driving as a player, not a gamble. Our in-house off-road standard spans 4 dimensions and 20 performance categories and 70 key indicators. Geometry. The first think obstacle clearance, widening depth, and suspension travel. Powertrain, that's crew ratio, torque distribution, and sustainable power. And the next is driving validation, how well it adapts to terrain, and how easy it is to handle. Safety and reliability, covering chassis strength, structure integrity, and off-road specific features. Let's get to know about it through a video.
Off-roading is an exciting and challenging activity, and of course everyone has their own unique idea of adventure. The many off-road scenarios in Australia require vehicles with genuine off-road performance capability. In mountain terrains, vehicles must navigate steep slopes, rough ground, ruts, and other obstacles. This is where torque multiplication and low-range crawl capabilities enable GWM vehicles to maintain speed, balancing high torque output and stability. On steep climbs, the vehicle's centre of gravity moves rearwards, requiring more drive force on the rear wheels. With frequent surface changes, intelligent torque vectoring is essential to prevent loss of traction and wheel spin and maintain absolute control. Driving on sand requires momentum, which tests the vehicle's maximum usable power and ability to minimize power decay. Soft terrain requires consideration of the ground pressure ratio. A lower pressure ratio between the tyres and the ground helps prevent sinking into the sand. The same applies to mud, which can cause the wheels to slip and increase driving resistance. In these scenarios, effective recovery requires sustained low speed and high power output. Other key parameters like approach and departure angles, ground clearance, ramp travel index, and dynamic ground clearance all have a significant impact on off-road performance. Many off-road scenarios present us with complex road and surface conditions, requiring all-round vehicle capability. This demands a more comprehensive design focus. For example, in a river crossing, wading depth must consider the combined height of still and surging water. Additional features to enhance off-road safety and convenience include GWM's intelligent all-terrain systems, 360-degree transparent chassis view, and crawl mode. Ease of repair is also a key consideration in the design process of all GWM off-road vehicles. When exploring Australia, you are likely to encounter a broad range of conditions, from city streets to highways and even extreme off-road conditions. With its expertise and experience, GWM offers 4 grades of Hi4 technology for both urban and off-road scenarios, so you can select the perfect vehicle for your needs.
GWM, go with more.
Okay, very exciting. Let me clarify. It doesn't rank the vehicles as good or bad. It ranks each vehicles and powertrain on their sustainability for different scenarios. Diving down into each grade starting from the top. Super off-road, think military-grade vehicles built for the toughest and harshest environment. Then strong off-road, all-terrain capabilities with body-on-frame design, mechanical 4-wheel drive, and up to 3 differential locks. That's where our tank series and column series equipped with Hi4T seats. General off-road, partial off-road capabilities, well-suited for desert and shallow mud, outstanding performance on paved road. Take our high-tank Hi4Z, for example. Urban SUV, built for city commuting, but with enough capabilities for light outdoor use. The H6 Hi4 is a prime example there. Different usage scenarios demand distinct vehicle capabilities, and that is why GW has simplify this into an intuitive grinding system spanning everything from urban commutes to off-road adventures. This design empowers users to select the exact right system tailored for their specific needs. As our executive team has emphasized, GWM is a global technology company that has established a multi-pathway technology approach in the new energy domain. We are fully committed to advancing a multi-energy strategy spanning HEVs, PHEVs, BEVs, and FCEVs, all to meet users' expectations and achieve carbon reduction targets. At Great Wall Motor, we position our technology as a tailored solution to address diverse needs across both on-road and off-road scenarios. Safety remains the non-negotiable cornerstone of Hi4T technology, a commitment that drives us to develop a range of Hi4 system variants tailored to diverse the application requirements. From your local boat ramp-up to out-bike tracks, the Hi4 family ensures you are prepared no matter where the road takes you. As you say, Hi4T is a hybrid architecture designed for strong off-road performance. It's equipped with high-power engines and 9-speed hybrid transmission, integrated with a 120 kilowatt motor and differential locks on center, front, and rear axle, plus a large capacity of battery up to 37 kilowatt hour. Under high output conditions, the engine and the motor team up. The motor responds in just 30 milliseconds for quicker and more powerful delivery. Now let's watch your video about Hi4T.
The Hi4T is equipped with our 3rd generation all-terrain control system, which offers up to 12 selectable modes, including 4L, rock, snow, mud, sand, and more. The Hi4T is equipped with a large capacity battery that can provide an external discharge power and support continuous discharge for up to 7 hours. In urban driving conditions, the EV mode delivers lower energy consumption and improves driving experience. Even in CS mode, a 30% reduction in fuel consumption can be achieved compared to ICE mode.
GWM. Go with more.
The reason behind the Hi4T's capability lies in its transfer case, which amplifies torque by 2.6 times. Coupled with the first gear ratio of 21.7, the total gear ratio reaches 57.2 times. On steep, complex terrain, engaging 4L mode, delivering maximum wheel torque of more than 24,000 Newton meters, ensuring continuous low speed and high torque output. Mechanical four-wheel drive plus triple differential locks guarantees all-wheel speed synchronization, low wheel spin, no slippage. Even if only one wheel maintains the traction, the system can deliver 100% of torque. Deep stick mud can completely cover the wheels and create huge resistance. Hi4T's control system keeps thermal load low, even above 45 centigrade degrees. So enabling continuous torque at a low speed, avoiding getting stuck. On comparison of the decoupled system, the motor will get heat protection easily at the high temperature environment. So it's with the bad mud recovery. So when we're driving on the long distance, even with low battery, Hi4T keeps, next page please. When we're driving long distance, even with the low battery, then Hi4T keeps 90% of its peak performance. By comparison, series hybrid system drops nearly 40% when the charge is low. So for hardcore off-road enthusiasts, we engineered our Hi4T to counter every terrain: snow, mud, sand, mountains, including Bear Clock Hill in Queensland, being the first PHEV to make it up with nothing, just a set of tires. So it performs as well as traditional diesel engines while adding more benefits like V2L functions and daily EV drivings. To balance off-road performance with urban efficiency, we create our Hi4Z, a system that meets both rugged and everyday driving needs. Let's watch an introduction video of Hi4Z.
GWM. Go with more.
Let's take the Hi4Z characters here. So the Hi4Z delivery maximum power of 635 kilowatts. And the maximum torque is 1,195 Newton meters. So we take from 0 to 100 kph in just 4.6 seconds. And we also have 200 kilometers EV range and more than 1,000 kilometers combined the petrol. So Hi4Z achieves ultra-long EV range, ultra-fast charging, ultra-low energy consumption, and super performance. It's designed preliminarily for efficient commuting, but still delivering AWD capability for real-world needs, towing, wet roads, unpaved paths, and exhibitional acceleration. So the H6 is equipped with the second generation of Hi4. Hi4 system engineered for the scalability across medium and large urban vehicles. It includes a 1.5-liter turbo petrol engine and 4-speed electromechanical coupling units, 80 kilowatt front motor and 150 kilowatt rear motor, and 90 kilowatt hours battery in-house developed for a combined of total 268 kilowatt and 760 Newton meters torque. So we can achieve from the 0 to 100%, 100 kph in just 4.8 seconds. Meanwhile, we developed a vehicle control system and engine management system. This improves driving performance and handling while keeping energy use low across most scenarios. Hi4 blends its 3 main power units into 9 working models. It switches to the best mode automatically for whatever you are driving through. So let's watch another video about Hi4 Gen 2.
The Hi4 distributes power to both the front and rear axles, with a 50-50 front to rear axle load distribution, significantly enhancing acceleration performance. Rear axle decoupling mechanism features a rapid response, capable of disconnecting within 0.1 seconds. Dual axle energy recovery enhances energy recovery efficiency and safety.
GWM. Go with more.
Thinking about the user scenarios of urban SUVs. For stop and go conditions in urban areas or no-speed uphill sections, EV drive can be adapted to achieve higher system efficiency. When the state of charge is low, the system can switch to serious mode automatically, where the engine generates electricity to support pure electric drive. During high-speed cruising or even high-speed uphill driving, you need both efficiency and power for smooth conventional driving. We pair it with a smaller speed ratio, so the engine runs in its most efficient range. It also shortens the power transmission chain. Yeah, another gain of the efficiency. The intensity of energy recovery can also be adjusted according to the demand for braking deceleration, using either dual single axle recovery or dual axle recovery. Hi4 Gen 2 got an all-new hybrid specific engine. We upgraded it across the board. The combustion system Miller cycle, low pressure EGR, cylinder head integrated exhaust manifold, intake and exhaust system with the VVT, thermal management system, engine friction reduction technologies. With the best tech available today, it hints at optimal engineering thermal efficiency of 41.5%. And its smart operating point control means the engine always runs in its most efficient range. So we make the Hi4 more intelligent. The 4-speed electromechanical coupling unit is not only for acceleration, but also keeps the engine efficiency more stable on the power when they need power most. When you are accelerating fast at a high speed or climbing slopes, the multi-gear design and tuned ratios keeps the engine direct drive point in the high efficiency range. Single-gear series parallel setups cannot achieve that. Their fixed ratio pushes the engine out of the time efficiency range, so overall efficiency will drop. Our Hi4 hybrid architecture also adapts better to changes in vehicle load and road resistance. Take 120 kilometers per hour on a 3% loop, for example. The Hi4 Gen 2 hints 38.2 the overall efficiency from the tank to the wheel. That's 2.6 higher than the single gear setups, and cuts fuel use 7.3%. It handles the Lullaby's long track with low stress, and the combined fuel electric range over 1,000 kilometers. Our in-house developed software enhances the capability of Hi4 Gen 2. It keeps the battery SOC reserved even when you drive about 100 kilometers per hour up to 10% slopes like road rushes such as in the Great Alpine Road. One more innovation I want to share here is our patent about when you drive in stop-and-go city traffic, the powerful engine delivers the torque to the front axle, while another clutch sends engine torque to the P2 motors to generate electricity. That powers the rear axle motor, so you can get low-speed four-wheel drive for extra safety without battery output. So Hi4 Gen 2 needs the power in its strongest acceleration in its class. In the takeoff, from 0 to 6 kph in just 3 minutes, more than enough to get moving while the traffic lights are still flashing. It also excels the 0 to 100 kph acceleration and the 8 kph to 120 kph overtakes. How do we achieve that? We have increased the wheel end torque and reduced the torque response time of the engine and the motor. It has our self-developed torque vectoring control system, plus traction control and active torque distribution. These benefits this shaft torque between the front and the rear axle dynamically, so it uses all the road grip to hit the maximum acceleration of 0.8 g. At the same time, we narrowed the gear ratio steps and improved clutch control of Hi4 Gen 2. Now we shorten the shift time by 40% using the dual clutch sleep control. Even more, when shifting gears, longitudinal acceleration fluctuates 70% less, a big improvement. So the shifting, accelerating, and slowing down feel way smoother. Hi4 Gen 2 has the ITVC system. It makes the vehicle more stable to handle. It uses tail road friction information and lateral acceleration data to set torque distribution. That means stability on low grip surface like wide road or slow road agility on high grip surface like dry highways. When starting on the low grip surface, it adjusts the front rear axle torque based on the tail slip, so you don't spin out. That boosts both launch power and safety. Benefiting from the improved system efficiency and the optimized control strategy, the comprehensive driving range exceeds 1,000 kilometers, making the cross of great desert track more confident. For the battery safety, we have the totally protection. First is the safety of cell design. The second is the structural safety of the battery package. And the last is the structural protection from the entire vehicle. Beyond this design, the onboard battery package has passed 18 functional tests and 58 reliable tests, and 10 safety tests. They even aced seven several tests in extreme environment time overlap scenarios. So Hi4 Gen 2 architecture is the best PHEV solution out there, no matter the speed for all scenarios for urban SUV. We've set engineering target to lead the pack in economy, energy management, performance, drivability, handling, and safety. Also, we are using GWM's global validation system, which we carried out nearly 1,200 types of vehicle tests and 2,573 types of system tests on Hi4. Totally, we've already delivered nearly 1 million Hi4 systems worldwide. So the H6 PHEV is just beginning for Australia, with more Hi4 models on the way. Go with more. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Richard, for that incredible insight into how GWM's Hi4 technology is redefining what drivers can expect from performance, safety, and efficiency. And I think it speaks volumes that Parker, Nicole, James, and yourself are joining us here today. I'd now like to welcome our next speaker to the stage for a slightly special presentation. He is the Head of Marketing and Communications for GWM Australia and New Zealand. Please put your hands together for Steve McKeever.
Introducing our new flagship SUV, the GWM Tank 500 plug-in hybrid, powered, of course, by Hi4T. The importance of this new model can't be underestimated, whether it's the class-leading combination of luxury and off-road capability, or it's the innovative Hi4T technology under the skin. This is an important car for GWM, the GWM network, and for customers across the ANZ region. It sends a strong message to the market. GWM continues to demonstrate its ambition and customer focus by delivering class-leading technology and another plug-in hybrid option without compromise. And as you'll hear this afternoon, NVAS and CCS will increase in importance for all brands. And it's how these brands react that will be key to the buying decisions that customers will make moving forward. Now, as our fourth plug-in hybrid model, GWM is well positioned not just to cope with, but to thrive in this new era. And the Tank 500 Hi4T has an important role to play. With today being all about GWM's technology, where better to start than the Hi4T chassis and the technology right at the heart of the new Tank 500 plug-in. Power comes courtesy of GWM's 2-litre turbo plug-in hybrid mated to a 9-speed hybrid automatic transmission. Combined outputs are 300 kilowatts and 750 newton meters, up 17 and 16% over the Tank 500 hybrid. The 120 kilowatt electric motor kicks in just 30 milliseconds to provide a quicker, more powerful response in high output situations. 0 to 100 acceleration comes in at just under 7 seconds, which is incredible performance for a large SUV, and not far from what we might have expected from a hot hatch just a few years ago, and that's certainly progress indeed. Now, performance is one aspect of Hi4T technology, but of course we can't forget another key benefit: efficiency. A large 37.1 kilowatt-hour ternary lithium battery helps deliver a pure EV range of 120 kilometers and a combined fuel economy of just 2.1 liters per 100k for a combined range of up to 950 kilometers. Even with the EV battery being depleted on a longer journey, fuel economy is still a very respectable 8.4 liters per 100k. Now, a plug-in hybrid system needs to be smart to maximize efficiency and performance. And the Hi4T system is as smart as they come and has 4 working conditions available. First is EV mode that provides 120 k's of silent electric drive, even off-road in 4 high. Next is energy regeneration, using regen braking to convert lost energy into electricity to be fed back into the Hi4T system. And then there's parallel hybrid driving using the engine and battery pack together to maximize output in higher demand scenarios like overtaking or towing. Now, petrol-only driving is also available in the event you want to preserve your battery charge for later driving or for V2L discharge. Multiple working conditions, all maximizing performance and efficiency. And as you heard from Richard earlier, performance is still optimized with the Hi4T even when the battery charge is low, with 90% of performance retained. Now compare that to competitor series hybrid systems that lose nearly 40% on performance when on low charge. Even with the addition of the large capacity battery pack, the Tank 500 is still an SUV very much designed to conquer even the most challenging off-road environments. The 800mm wading depth of the Tank 500 carries over to the Hi4T model, and clever positioning of the battery pack, along with IP67 waterproofing, makes it bulletproof, even when submerged underwater for up to 30 minutes. There is no compromise on approach, breakover, or departure angles. And the inclusion of front, center, and rear locking differentials make the Tank 500 plug-in hybrid one of the most capable 4-wheel drives out there. Charging the Tank 500 is a breeze, and it's capable of DC charging at 50 kilowatt-hour or topped up from just 30 to 80% in 24 minutes. AC charging via a normal home socket is also possible with 6.6 kilowatt-hour charging, meaning it can be topped up from 2 to 100% in just 6.5 hours. Electrical output is also available on tap through the Tank 500 Hi4T's vehicle to load or V2L function, which has a maximum output of 6 kilowatts and able to access up to 85% of the huge 37.1 kilowatt-hour battery pack. So whether it's exploring off the grid or powering tools or appliances at the local worksite, the Tank 500 Hi4T is one very reliable partner. Now, the Tank 500 Hi4T has been designed with the needs of Australians and Kiwis in mind, particularly those fond of towing. And the same 3-ton towing capacity of the hybrid model has been maintained for the plug-in. Now, given the requirement for a bigger battery pack and the need to maintain payload, the Tank 500 Hi4T comes in a 5-seat configuration. However, even with the placement of the large capacity battery pack, a huge 1,400 litres of cargo volume is available. From class-leading efficiency and tech and performance on-road and off, let's close with a reminder of one of the other key components of the Tank 500, and that, of course, is luxury. Beautifully appointed and loaded with technology that delivers both comfort and convenience, the Tank 500 Hi4T plug-in hybrid has been designed to stand alongside even some of the most luxurious large SUVs in the market. From the huge 14.6-inch full-color infotainment screen and Infinity premium audio to the panoramic sunroof and retractable electric side steps, the Tank 500 packs in features only usually seen at a price much higher than the $79,990 drive-away price that we're proud to announce today. Include also the fact that the luxurious Napa leather accented front seats with heating, cooling, and massaging functions have now also been extended into the second row in the Hi4T model. And that true GWM value really shines through, even at the top of the range. And if the value in the Tank 500 Hi4T wasn't already strong enough, for those early birds out there, we also have an incredible launch offer with an additional $2,000 bonus available for a limited time. So you know what to do. You head to the GWM website or on to your local GWM dealer. So from one new technology-laden SUV hero to another, introducing also the new Haval H6 plug-in hybrid Hi4, just released and making its way to showrooms as we speak. It's a significant upgrade from the previous H6 model, with obvious exterior design changes, making it both sharper and more contemporary. But in keeping with the themes of GWM Tech Day, let's focus on the technology underneath that beautiful exterior. In particular, Hi4 plug-in hybrid technology, which is being added to the H6 range for the very first time. Now, the innovative Hi4 system goes beyond traditional two-wheel drive hybrids by introducing intelligent all-wheel drive with pure electric, parallel, and dual-axis energy recovery modes. With 9 smart drive modes, it seamlessly adapts to changing conditions in just 10 milliseconds, delivering optimal performance, traction, and efficiency in every scenario. Power is delivered courtesy of a 1.5-litre turbo hybrid engine mated to an 80-kilowatt electric motor at the front and another 150-kilowatt electric motor at the rear. Now, we'll get to the performance shortly, but make no mistake, this is not your average family SUV. The new H6 plug-in delivers everything a family could need and want, but with levels of performance that you wouldn't expect. So let's talk numbers. We'll start with the two-wheel drive, which of course is not Hi4, but it is plug-in hybrid. Combined power of 240 kilowatts and 540 newton meters provides plenty of grunt, and it's capable of delivering pure EV range of up to 106 Ks with a total combined range of over 1,100 kilometers. Fuel economy is an incredibly low 1 litre per 100K. So what difference does Hi4 technology in the all-wheel drive system make? Now, the added electric motor boosts combined power and torque to 268 kilowatts and 760 newton meters of torque, respectively. Pure EV range and total range remain over 100 Ks and 1,000 Ks, respectively. But it's the performance that's the headline here. The Hi4 all-wheel drive H6 sprints to 100 Ks an hour in just 4.8 seconds. And I'm sure you'd agree that's quite exceptional performance from a mid-sized, family-focused SUV. And we look forward to providing our Australian, New Zealand, and international media their first chance to experience it firsthand at Lang Lang tomorrow. Now, we've talked earlier about the importance of local testing and validation, and the new H6 plug-in has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of this. In addition to being one of the first recipients of our new @1 local ride and handling program, we've also done extensive testing across a wide spread of the local charging network. Inside the H6 plug-in, you're going to see the familiar plush surroundings of the petrol and hybrid models, but with key differences. Again, the huge 14.6-inch central information display takes center stage. But in the plug-in variants, it's powered, as Nicole said, by the new Coffee OS operating system. Designed to deliver a more intuitive interface and snappier responses, it also introduces for the first time a sticky nav on screen for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, making it easier to access smartphone functionality regardless of what else is on the display. Now, this is a classic example of GWM listening to customer and media feedback and bringing tangible improvements to market in quick time. The steering wheel has also been redesigned to be thicker and with a flat bottom for increased comfort, while the wireless phone charger has been moved to a more convenient position, with charging output increased from 15 to 50 watts. Now loaded with a whole host of other premium features, including heads-up display, a huge panoramic sunroof, plush electronically adjustable heated and cooled front seats, and a kick-sensing rear tailgate, the new H6 Hi4 plug-in hybrid is very much equipped at the level of much more expensive competitors. The Haval H6 PHEV now also includes GWM app connectivity, giving customers access to features like geofencing and remote preheating and cooling and vehicle health status. As one of the most important models in the GWM ANZ lineup and competing in the country's largest segment, the new Haval H6 Hi4 plug-in hybrid isn't just dressed for success, but it's backed by class-leading technology and performance. And starting from just 42,990 drive away here in Australia, GWM's landmark value shines brightly. Even a couple of years ago, it would have been unthinkable to have medium SUVs delivering the levels of performance and efficiency that we're seeing in the new H6 plug-in. But that's exactly what we've delivered, and it's a true indication of GWM's progress and ambition. It's certainly a case of GWM's corporate motto of improving little by little every day. But perhaps we're now also seeing those improvements evolving into giant leaps forward. With the investment, know-how, ambition, and the technology and R&D layout that Parker, Nicole, and Richard have talked about earlier, there is no doubt that GWM is ready for the next giant leap forward. The future is in our hands. I'd like to now invite Luke back to the stage to help me introduce the next part of GWM Tech Day 2025. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Now, before you run off, I just had a couple of quick questions for you, because I know you've been lucky enough to go over and visit the GWM HQ in Baoding. Have you had a chance to look at the R&D facilities while you've been there?
I have indeed, Luke, and I think a number of the audience here have been with us as well on some of those trips, and certainly we've been there. What really sort of blew my mind the first time I saw it was, number one, the scale. Just the size of the operation is very, very impressive. But the state-of-the-art equipment, but also the quality of the people across the whole sort of production line, design line, world-class designers through to engineers. And having experienced that at some other brands, the scale that I saw at GWM just blew my mind and made me understand very, very quickly that this was the right brand to be with.
Well, let's dive in a little bit more to that technology, because there was some amazing technology on display at the Shanghai Auto Show as well.
There was, look, Shanghai Auto Show this year was huge for GWM, and certainly one of the biggest stands of all the brands globally that were at that show. We had nearly 50 cars on display at that stand, which gives you an idea of the scale of which GWM is operating at now. But also, you know, we had amazing displays. We had Tank 300s driving over the top of the stand, but we also had these amazing technology displays as well, which allow customers to see how the technology under the skin of our Hi4 and Hi4T products actually works. So incredible just to educate and inform people as to how amazing this technology is.
Now, lucky for those that could be there to experience that firsthand. Unfortunately, we can't transport all 250 people in this room over to the Shanghai Auto Show, but I believe there is something else we can do.
Look, certainly, and we'd love to be able to take everyone to Shanghai. It's just not practical, but if we can't take you to the technology, we've decided to bring the technology to you. Now, yesterday, our dealer network will have driven the technology. They'll have felt what Hi4 and Hi4T feels like to drive. But today, the purpose of Tech Day is to take you underneath the skin, to help you understand why it's some of the best technology in the business. But over to my left now, which is to everyone's right, we've just unveiled our GWM Tech Zone. Now in here, we've got a number of displays, including our Hi4T chassis, and that's going to allow you guys to get sort of a bit more comfortable and a bit more deeper into exactly how it works. So with that, I'm going to leave you to it, Luke, and you can explain to the guys how we're going to operate from here.
Thanks, Steve. Round of applause, Steve McKeever. Thank you so much.